Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from today's title, I will be talking you through my personal journey with my Invisalign. For those of you that don't know and also can't tell from my list, I have had Invisalign for nearly a year now and still haven't sat down and really spoken about it. I just briefly speak about it on Instagram, but I get a lot of questions and I've promised I'd film this video for so long and I haven't, but today I finally sat down and I'm doing it. So I'm going to be answering my most popular questions regarding my Invisalign and yeah, whether it's worth it or not. So I've got a list of questions in front of me, so I'm just going to answer them very briefly. For those of you that don't know, Invisalign is like braces but clear, like you can't really see them, and that's the whole point. They're not supposed to be in your face, they're more subtle, and they're just for those that don't really want it to be noticeable that they're trying to like fix their teeth, which was like my main thing. That's the reason why I didn't go for braces, because with my job and stuff I didn't want like the wire and all of that, so Invisalign was always a more attractive option. So yeah, it's really clear, it's a clear brace that you take out whenever you need to eat. I'll show you now. So it's a clear brace like this. I changed mine today because I went to the dentist, but it's very easy to take out and put in. You can't eat with it, you can't drink anything but water with it. A lot of people don't listen to that. Some people just drink like anything with it. I don't really do that. I do it if it's like the last day before I change my aligner, but like I don't ever drink like Coke or tea and whatever. But yeah, it's really easy to put back in. You just like clip it and it just goes back into place. So it's like really easy. You can't see it, which is great. So yeah, that's just a brief on Invisalign. Okay, so the reason why I started Invisalign, as I mentioned, I wanted a clear option for like fixing my teeth. Didn't want braces because I didn't like the look of it. And also when I was younger, you know, when you're younger is usually the time you try and fix your teeth with braces and stuff, and they never gave me the option because they said my gap. So I used to have a massive, it wasn't massive, but to me it was massive. I used to have a gap in the middle of my teeth, and they said that it wasn't like stopping it. There wasn't like an actual medical reason why I needed the braces, so they didn't give it to me. So now I have to pay to fix it, which sucks, but yeah, that's the only reason I never had braces when I was younger, because they didn't give it to me, because I would have happily taken it. But yeah, now I've got Invisalign as a adult, which is fine, like you can't see it. There's no issue in like having braces or fixing your teeth at whatever age, because it just really depends on like the circumstances and like if it makes you happy, just do it. And yeah, my teeth were always like an insecurity for me, so I always said like no matter how much it costs, I will pay to fix my teeth. And I didn't go down the veneers route or like the composite bonding route. I went down the like natural way because I just thought my teeth are not straight. I don't want anything permanent where like veneers, they shave down your teeth and there's no going back. I don't want to do that because I'm only 22, so I'm quite young. Didn't go down the composite bonding route because my teeth were not straight, so like if I build on it, I feel like it will look really bulky in my mouth. I thought if I want to do that further down the line, at least have the foundation straight. So it's just why I chose to do Invisalign, because I just wanted to keep like my teeth as much as like I could. So yeah, like I kept my teeth and went down the the least invasive way, I could say. Okay, so how much has this all cost me? So the total price for the whole, like the appointments, the trays, the unlimited like checkups and everything, really, like the attachments, everything in total I think cost me roughly around £3,000. I can't really remember because it was around a year ago, but I remember it being like 3,000, but it's like 3,500 if not, which is a lot of money. But I did say to myself, this will be something that I will value for the rest of my life. It's something that will change me, make me more confident. So if I'm in the position to do it, I'm going to do it. And I did. And it's literally been the best thing I've ever spent my money on. And it's like something I would highly recommend to everyone that is in the position to do it and feels like they need to do it for their self-esteem, like their confidence. It's just crazy how much like I've become happier, like more confident and everything like that. Even after like I'd say 4 trays, I was already so much more confident and my teeth weren't even straight. It's just like the fact that they were straightening up, I could see the vision, and that's what was making me happy. So yeah, it's a lot of money, but I think it's worth every single penny. And as I said, this value includes like, I can go in for as many appointments as I want. If there's changes with my trays, so for example, I'm having some issues with a tooth right now, they won't charge me more to fix it because it's like not my fault. We didn't know this would happen, so they don't charge me more for having to order more trays. If there's like a delay, they won't charge. So it's all like, it's a good price, I think, for what you get from it, the support, the attachments, everything. So yeah, I think it's a good value. How long is my treatment? So I started in April or May, I can't remember. I think it was March, April. It was in April that I started, and it's now February, so it's been, do the maths, I don't know how many months that's been, nearly a year, let's say. And I've heard that it was due to end midsummer before we found out my tooth wasn't moving, so it would have been like a year's worth of treatment. But because this one bottom tooth is really not moving, it's really annoying me, it's gonna have to be extended like by a month or 2, which is really annoying. But I would rather wait a month or 2 than have a finished result that I don't like, especially after spending so much money. So yeah, I think that it's gonna be done by like hopefully August, hopefully, which is very quick compared to braces. Braces, sometimes you have to keep them in for years, and it really just depends on like your case. If your teeth are like straight, but there's just like a few teeth that are just like not in position, then it can be like 3 months. I know people that had Invisalign for like 4 months and that was it. Mine is more complex because like my top row was like out of place and it's changing like my jaw, and it's a whole situation. So that's the only reason why mine's taken so long, and again because my tooth isn't moving. But it just depends on your case. I definitely go in for like a what's it called when you go in before you decide, like one of those appointments, what are they called? Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so things I didn't know before I actually started Invisalign. The first major shock to me when I started Invisalign was the attachments. The attachments are basically these like small bumps that they put on your teeth so that it like grips onto the brace and like pulls it all back, do you know what I mean? So it's like an extra force on the teeth that need the extra pull. I'll try and show you without grossing you out. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's like little bumps on my teeth, especially at the front, because the front was where the problem was. What was I saying? Yeah, the attachments, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know they were coming. They don't hurt to put on whatsoever. It looks like they do, but it's literally like glue, and they just like light it up or something to like stick it on, but it doesn't hurt. I didn't know they were coming, so when they started doing that to my mouth, I was like, why do I have spots on my mouth? Like, why does it look like that? And they aren't noticeable, but if someone's staring at your mouth, they definitely will notice it, but it's not something that sticks out, you know? It's not like if I'm talking and you can't see it because my teeth are like so yeah, that's something that sometimes people are put off by Invisalign because of the bumps on your mouth. And on the first day it feels like your mouth is so big, but after a while like you can't feel it. I can't feel my Invisalign in my mouth, I can't feel anything. It literally feels like teeth. Like there's no discomfort there. I don't even notice my Invisalign is in my mouth, so that's not a problem. But that was just a shock to me that there's bumps on my teeth. Also, I didn't realize how strict you have to be with Invisalign. So you're supposed to wear it for around, I think, 20 to 22 hours a day. Every other hour you're supposed to be wearing them, so you're really only supposed to take them off to eat. Not for long periods of time, obviously, because otherwise your teeth aren't going to move. And you have to be so strict and religious. You have to like plan your life around those hours. So like if I'm going out to eat, I have to think like, will I be home in time do I take them out before I eat at home, or like take them with me, take them out at the restaurant, do you know what I mean? Because do I have enough hours? Like, it's a whole thing, and I try to take it very, very seriously because I actually want my teeth to move. I want them to get to the end result, but some people really don't care, and I think there's no point. If you know you can't commit to something and you're not good, then Invisalign isn't really for you, because you have to be so disciplined. And you know, you have to think like, are you willing to spend more money to fix your teeth? Like, you might as well do it right the first time. So yeah, that's another thing I noticed. Okay, so pros and cons of Invisalign. Pros are they're clear, they're easy to clean, I think, for me. They're easier than braces, I can imagine. They're literally like, you brush them and there's no like faffing around between the wires, and all of that is pretty simple. I think it's worth the value. It's quicker, it's not uncomfortable. The pain, I actually think, is bearable. A lot of people don't like the pain because you're supposed to change the tray every week or 2 weeks. Currently I'm changing it every week, so it's not as intense, but when I used to change it every 2 weeks, like, it feels like a massive force on your face. Like, it's like someone constantly pushing your mouth, and I get that it is uncomfortable, but when I first started it, people were like, it's so uncomfortable, like, I get headaches and migraines, I can't even go outside. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is gonna be the most painful thing I've ever done. But I actually genuinely don't even notice the pain, which is weird. I can feel the pressure, don't get me wrong, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, I need the day off, it's so painful. So I would say the pain is actually a pro. Also, you can eat whatever you want, you just can't eat with it in, which is obvious because, like, it's not even possible. Like, you can't eat with them in. So that's a pro, because I know with braces there's certain things you can't eat. Also, you don't have to be seen as often, I don't believe. Like me right now, I'm being seen every month to 6 weeks because I'm having issues. But I know some people get seen like every 10 weeks, which is a lot less than with braces, because you don't have to like do the whole wiring and tightening, because they kind of give you like the trays in bulk, so you just change it yourself every 2 weeks. So that's so much easier. Now for the cons, as I mentioned, you have to be so disciplined, which is quite a difficult thing if you are someone who eats a lot, goes out a lot, forgets, just like those kind of things. It can be quite difficult. And I forgot to mention that you're supposed to brush your teeth every time you eat. So that's because, like, you don't want the Invisalign to go yellow on, like, you don't want the gunk. If you think about it, if you eat and then put this on, you've got like the dirt in your aligner, so it's a bit nasty. So they say to brush your teeth afterwards, which is again like a very difficult thing if you're going out to eat and, like, you know, you're out all day kind of thing. So you kind of have to plan your meals around your Invisalign. And if you're someone who likes to snack, you even get put off snacking because it's like, can I be bothered to eat these crisps? I'm gonna have to like floss my teeth, brush my teeth constantly. So it's like, you kind of get put off doing these things, so that's a con. Another con, but it's not really a massive con, is that it obviously affects your speech as braces do. But like, even now you can see that I've got a little lisp, and I've had it for nearly a year, but every time I change the aligner I get a lisp, and then I just get used to it again, so that's annoying. I would say the price can be a con because it is quite expensive and not everyone is in the position to do that. It is more expensive than braces, and in the UK we have free healthcare, and you actually can get free braces. So yeah, that's a drawback because that option is there here. And then to round this off, how has my journey been so far? I have absolutely loved my journey. I've had such a positive experience, and again, I'm so happy with the results, but I can't wait for this to be out of my mouth, because I've actually forgotten what it's like to not have something in your mouth constantly. So I can't wait for this to be over, but I'm so excited to see what everything looks like in the end. And my plans for the end of this is I'm kind of considering whether to do like a bit of shaving around my teeth so it's all more like rounded and even. I don't know about composite bonding just yet. I haven't decided. I still have quite a while, so I haven't decided whether that is something I want to do, but I know that the composite bonding would be an additional I think £2,000 or £1,000. The shaving, I'm not sure, but I'll also get my teeth whitened and everything. I was gonna get them whitened with this, but if you think about it, I've got little stumps on my teeth, so it's like, if I get them whitened and then like I take the stumps off, it'll be like white with a piece of yellow. So it's gonna be really nasty, so I'm just gonna wait till everything's done and off, and then yeah. But yeah, I can't wait to see what I look like in the end and how I feel. And a lot of people told me not to do this because everyone was like, your gap is like you, and you know, that's what makes you you. And I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this. It's my mouth. I don't like it, so I'm getting rid of it because yeah, just do what makes you happy. I know a lot of people will tell you like, no, don't, it will ruin it. No, just do what makes you happy because this is the best thing I've ever done. So let that be what you take away from this video. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in my next video.